Today, I'm going to show you this Ripa RS6, and we're going to go over it. I'm going to show you some of the details of this machine, how it works, what to expect, and use it just a little bit to show you what it can do. I just received this machine from GSA Equipment. They're a dealership located in Ohio. And I know as of the filming of this video, they have 18 of these in stock. And I know they're blowing them out because they're getting a whole bunch of containers of a lot of different machines in, so they're trying to make room. So all the stuff they have in stock, they're trying to clear out. So if you do decide by the end of this video that this might be something you want to add to your property, be sure to reach out to them and mention this channel, OurLifeInTrees, for a $200 discount or whatever machine you decide to get. They also threw in, when they sent me these machines, they sent me a little GSA hat. So it's a 40-degree day out. I think it's a perfect time to throw a little hat on. This is the Ripa RS06, and it is a Kubota D1105 diesel-powered machine. This is a very unique machine because there's not many machines in this price point with this much power. I received this machine to borrow from GSA Equipment, which I did have one of these a few months ago, and I did a little bit of reviewing on it, but that machine was like a pre-production machine. I believe it was the first one in America, and it didn't have all the same stuff this one has. This machine feels a little more refined and definitely feels like it drives a little bit better than the other one. The other one I did some videos on, and you can check the link in the description to see those videos. And this thing's a beast. I was pushing into some gravel, I pushed into some dirt, and the engine didn't bog even a little bit. So I was very impressed with that aspect of it. No machine is perfect. That includes this one as well, but this might be the right thing that you want for your property. So let's walk around it. We'll do a deep dive on what makes this thing tick and what it looks like up close and personal. Ripa's been really promoting this and all their other equipment recently as they've improved their dealer network, they've improved their warranty support, they've improved their parts support, and I believe they've improved their machines and their price point. There's a lot of videos on this machine, but I'm gonna walk around it today and I'm gonna give you a close-up look at this machine from my perspective. First off, I do like the look of this machine. I like all of these machines that have the tanks in the back, all that weight back there, some counterweights, and they have this triangle track design. This machine has 3 rollers in the middle. It's got your front roller and your rear roller, and then it's got your drive motors on that big sprocket right there. It's got this cool little fender that goes over top. I'm not really sure the point of it, but it looks cool. I guess if you could put this in super fast mode and it was just flicking up dirt, it would stop some rooster tail from hitting you. This product name is Loader. It is the RS06. The operating weight is 1,201 kilograms, which is 2,650 pounds. This machine was built in July of 2025, so this is the new one. My other one didn't have stickers on it. It had none of these stickers whatsoever. So on this machine, you can see that it has rubber lines. They go into hard lines, and then they're hidden behind this thick piece of steel on the arm so that the lines are not exposed. These are your auxiliary connections. It has your in, your out, and your case drain on this. Up front here, I'm not sure about this. This is a cylinder to control your bucket, and it has these lines that are out front. So if you plan to play Demolition Derby, this probably isn't your machine, because these are right here out front and you can hit those if you're not mindful of them. It's got your standard CII interface or dingo attachment plate. So most of your attachments that you find out there will fit on this machine. On the other side, everything looks the same. They do have nice grease points in all the areas that you need to grease, and they have little caps that come on them to protect those, and I think those caps are really handy to keep dirt out. So on this side on the rear, you have your hydraulic fluid tank, and it's pretty easy to do. You just fill it right here. Your filter should be underneath this cap. Very simple. Over on this side, you have your diesel tank, which is a pretty substantial tank here. And this is not a level, that is just a random window into the metal tank, which is kind of strange. So I guess you have tie down points here. You also can tie down into these here, because this is the body of the machine. My other machine didn't have springs on the step plate. This one has springs, and it is springy, and that makes a huge difference, because this machine does vibrate, as many of them do, and the springs on the step plate make a huge difference. So here you have nice little pictures, and you can see what the controls do. This has your standard pilot control setup, and it shows you how it operates as you move this stick around. This one here, it's the same thing, your arms, your bucket. It does have a 12-volt accessory plug. The sound is louder than 101 decibels, whatever that means. You've got a really easy to use throttle right here. Your key, you turn to the left and that gives you your glow plugs for your diesel. Turn to the right and it'll start the machine. It's pretty simple. You have a headlight switch for your dual headlights, and then you've got a bunch of random dummy lights here to warn you about things happening. This particular machine, I have 1.6 hours on it now. It is brand new. New is nice. On the controls, we already talked about these controls. This is for your drive. Up here on the front, you have a button on the front of each stick. That's your horn. These are the lights I was talking about, and they are pretty darn bright lights. They are LED lights. So over here on the front, when you get one of these, I find it rattles a lot. The other one I had rattles, and this one rattles. So my fix for that is I added these little rubber bumpers, and it stops the rattling, which is nice. One of the things I can't stand about this RS6 is the rattling hood. So I solve that. I take these little rubber things and I just stick little rubber bumpers underneath here so it can't rattle anymore. I think it's supposed to have some black little rubber things that go into these holes, but this one did not come with them. So I'm gonna go with the little rubber bumper theory, and my theory is you put those there, and when you shut the hood, that'll take away a lot of problems with rattling. My other machine didn't have a little strut. This one does. You press this little orange tab and the hood comes down. You lift it up, it snaps back into place. One of the unique features of this machine, it has this single pump right here, which we talk a lot about 3-pump setups are really good, but this one is different. I'm not sure about the technical reasons for it, but just the way this one is designed, it is set up to do all the functions of a normal 3-pump with one huge single pump. If you needed to get to any of your hydraulic hoses, everything is accessible in this. And that is really awesome. You've got a battery way in the front of the machine. You've got a filter right here. Your exhaust is in the way if you needed to work on it, but it looks really simple. There's just a few bolts, either here, these 4 bolts, a little clamp there, and it runs out on the side. Your exhaust comes out right here above the track. That's a unique design. Then back in here, you can see your Kubota D1105. You've got some heat wrap over here on your exhaust, right by the engine. Your air filter is easily accessible, your fuel filter, your separator. You've got more filters here. Your coolant bottle is way in the back there by your aluminum radiator, which I don't know if you can see in this video, but it is back there. And then you can even access all your hydraulic lines for your valves for your controls. So everything looks fairly accessible on this, and that is a huge plus, because on machines, you're probably going to have a breakdown at some point in time. Every car at some point will need work. Every machine will need work. And machines, we beat on them pretty hard sometimes. So if you do have to work on it, you do want an easy machine to work on. So I can't hate on the simplicity of this machine. It just makes it so much better when that terrible day comes. You've got to do maintenance or you've got to repair something. If you have one of these, put those rubber bumpers on. Your life will be so much better, and you can thank me later. So on this front cylinder, you have grease points here at the top and bottom. There are none on your pins, which it's not standard to have grease zerts on your pins, but some of them do. You do have another grease zert on the bottom here or on the side, whichever one you want to get to. Same thing up here. It looks like these arms are fairly beefy. They have these little triangle pieces welded in to strengthen up those arms. And it comes with a really good sized bucket as well. So overall, by appearances, it looks like it's a pretty good machine. So let's go drive it around and see what it's like to operate this machine. And let's make it do a little bit of work too while we're at it. If your goal is to have the fastest machine on your block, this probably isn't going to do it for you. This is not a speed demon, but it gets where you want to go and is much faster than any old little mini excavator. So there's pros and cons with everything. A con about this is you're not going to win the Indy 500, but you are going to get a bunch of work done. Let's grab these pallet forks and pick some stuff up and see what this thing can lift. Let's start by scooting this trailer out of the way so I can get to my pallet forks over there. So what we've got here is we've got a 10,000 pound car light equipment trailer, and it weighs about 2,500 pounds. Plus, I have 3 little mini dumpers that weigh about 1,700 pounds apiece. So all in, we're probably looking about maybe 7,500 pounds, give or take, somewhere around there. This machine doesn't care. heavy stuff. This is a fully loaded axle for a 3/4 ton Ram. They don't care. They don't care at all. Fully loaded axle. Fully loaded axle for a 3/4 ton 2021 Ram. Full of fluids and everything. On this pallet, I have 42 concrete blocks that weigh about 33 pounds a piece. So that's just over 1,300 pounds. I think it's just under 1,400 actually. It's like 13 and change. Let's try it. It's tippy. If you need to move it, it'll move it. Let me scoot a little weight off. We have 35 blocks on the pallet now. That's 1,150 pounds. Let's try it. Okay, that's pretty solid. I'm gonna have to say that was a win for sure. What else can we hook up? Let's go find another attachment to hook up. Let's walk attachment row. Brush cutter, I've already used it on RS6. We've got the hopper, don't need to try that. Tiller, I got nothing to till. Sweeper, not enough. Mini excavator stump grinder, I don't have any stumps. Harley rake, maybe. Mini excavator. Concrete mixer, don't have any concrete. Stump bucket. Backhoe. I do have this direct backhoe here. I'm going to use it soon. It's made for the V1000, but it would be interesting to see. I don't know. Or I haven't done a real test yet on my Rut Manufacturing disc mulcher. Why don't we plug that disc mulcher in and just go maybe hit a couple of little trees real quick, you know what I mean? I'm dying to try it out. So one thing I'm not a fan of with this machine is that it comes with 3/8" couplers and all my attachments are 1/2 inch. I don't know why they did 3/8 inch, but if I were to keep this, I would change those out. So what I've done is I've made adapters. So I've got 1/2 inch on one side and then 3/8 on the other side. So I can just plug into the front, hook up my attachments, and I'm good to go. So I've got it hooked up. Let's try it. I don't want to get any closer than this. I'm just gonna stand back here. So, notice it says danger, stay back 300 feet. Do you know why? Yeah, let's try it. I'm gonna get real serious here for a minute. Let's go. What is the most abusive attachment you can put on one of these? A mulcher. I think all I've done by just testing this little thing out is made me want to go find a real place to mulch. I have nowhere here at my place to mulch because I've got over a year of doing mulching stuff around my place, and I'm out of mulching areas. I don't want to just start cutting all my trees down. So I do have some ideas and some places to go, but it seems that it runs this disc mulcher just fine. I really just need to get into some thick stuff. But it didn't sound like that Kubota D1105 was even stressing. I couldn't even tell it was running. I had to come look because it just didn't sound like it cared. So I'm about finished for the day. I like the machine. It's not the fastest thing. On concrete and asphalt, it seems to vibrate a little more than some of the other ones, but less than some other ones. It's very basic. There's not a lot to it, which is a positive thing. If you want flashy pizzazz, this is not your machine. You probably want to get something with, I don't know, some little jingle bells on it and some neon lights. But just getting some quick tests done, I've never put this machine up against anything that it's really complained about. So we know that 1,300 pounds is a little much for it, but 1,100 pounds isn't bad. I wouldn't put that at the max lift height. You probably want to stay maybe 1,000 or less. I'm going to do some real lift tests with this and all the other machines coming up. So stay tuned to the channel. If you do want one of these, get a hold of GSA. Mention my channel, get yourself a discount. Right now, they're on their website for $12,999, so $200 discount. So you're looking at $12,800 basically. And you can have one of these. So if that's what you want. If you don't want that, then don't buy one, please. But the last I knew, I think they had 18 left, and they're not gonna last long because they've got new loads of Rippas coming in. They've got a few containers of those. They got some V-Mangs coming in. They've got some Durettes coming in. There's all kinds of stuff. So they're just trying to clear out some space. And yeah, so this is one of the ones they're trying to clear some space because they have so many of them. So thanks for sticking around. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your support. Leave in the comments anything you want to see moving forward. If you want to see some more tests with this, I might need to take this out to somebody else's property and start mowing some trees down with this here mulcher, or one of my other mulchers, because I have 3. And this disc mulcher, by the way, this was sent to me by Rut Manufacturing. I'll put a link in the description if you want to check this thing out. I'm going to get into this review pretty quick here in the next few weeks, and I want to mow down some trees. The specs for Rut Manufacturing says it can do up to 5-inch. So I'm going to put this and all the other machines to the test, and we're going to see which one's the real champion of flow for a mulcher. So again, like and subscribe. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But besides that, thanks for coming out, and we'll see you on the next one.